Hello and welcome to this MBL Seminars webinar. And today's topic is injuries arising from sporting activities. My name is Chris Kadaji. I am a legal director with Irwin Mitchell in their serious injury department, and I'm going to be talking you through what is a relatively common cause of injury. Certainly, for me personally, that's been the case. But also professionally, it has meant that we see fairly regular inquiries into the firm for people who've been injured in the course of sporting activities. But they are often quite challenging cases, both in terms of the legal issues and also some of the evidential concerns that arise in these particular types of cases. And the aim of this webinar really is to help identify all of the relevant considerations that you'll need to be bearing in mind to allow you to effectively risk assess those cases at the outset and keep an eye on risk management throughout, and hopefully lead you to a successful conclusion. So what we're going to cover today is we're going to talk about the context in which these cases consider, because that is a really important starting point that you need to be bearing in mind. We're going to then be looking at some of the different scenarios in which injuries can occur during the course of sporting activities. So we're going to look at injuries that arise through the use of facilities. We're going to look at injuries that arise through issues with coaching or officiating. And then we're going to look at incidents that occur as a result of sort of player-to-player contact, if you like, during the course of contact or competitive sport. We're then going to look at some of the practical considerations, starting with how you identify your defendant, and then we're going to look at some of the evidential issues that tend to crop up in these sorts of cases. Okay. So starting with the context in which we need to consider all of these cases, our starting point needs to be Section 1 of the Compensation Act. And it's there on the screen for you, but basically enshrined in statute the fact that the court has to consider the sort of wider public policy considerations that are involved with sporting activity. And that is particularly whether or not anything that is alleged that the defendant could or should have done, or didn't do but should have done, might end up preventing a desirable activity from taking place or being modified in some way, or would discourage people from getting involved in functions in connection with a desirable activity. And that is kind of things like organizing events, hosting events, officiating, or coaching events. So that's what's meant by that second part of the Act.